We often get asked the question, what is the best device to perform your property reports on? Is it a tablet or is it a smartphone? And it really is often a case of personal preference, but there are a few things to consider, which I'll run through for you very quickly now. So if you're choosing a tablet device, it's important to consider that not all tablets come with a flash. Perhaps some of the higher end, more modern tablets will have a flash with them, but it's important to consider that, especially in those winter months when you're taking photos of meter readings in dark spaces. That can often be something that's overlooked. Another consideration as well is that tablets don't always come with a SIM card installed. Now that again is useful if you want to use our voice dictation features within the app. Often people want to talk into the device, and in order to do that you really need to have a SIM card running in the background. So that's important to consider. In terms of advantages though of using a tablet is most definitely it's a bigger screen, which is often an important consideration if you're doing checkout reports, for example, and you're comparing a previous report. You don't want to be taking paper copies with you, and therefore it's easier to view them on a tablet device because it's a little bit bigger. Also as well, perhaps another advantage of a tablet is that you don't always get distractions. Often if you're using a phone to create your report, and that's your day-to-day phone as well, you can get distracted, which of course can also kill your battery life as well. So that I suppose moves on to some of the negative points about using a phone. However, obviously positives on the flip side is generally speaking, all smartphones will have a flash on them, which is definitely a plus point, as is having a SIM card in there as well, because you can use those voice dictation features. Again though, on a phone you're going to have a smaller screen, so it really is personal preference in terms of what device you choose to use. In terms of operating systems, we support iOS and we support Android. We recommend with iOS that you typically have a device that is within 5 years old, because typically speaking Apple will support their operating system updates for 5 years. With Android, there are of course lots of different manufacturers of Android devices, so we would tend to recommend that you go with an Android 8 operating system or more. And stating the obvious really, I suppose, if you're looking for the best experience, sometimes it is worth investing a little bit more in the hardware at the beginning, because it can sometimes be a false economy to buy a device that's maybe a cheaper alternative, but then you have to upgrade it in a year because you have issues with the battery or the camera quality. So sometimes better to invest a little bit more in the hardware at the beginning, because you tend to have better longevity with those devices. Popular ones tend to be on Android, for instance, Samsung devices. We tend to have a lot of users on those. But overall, the choice is yours to use whichever device you see fit. And like anything, we would perhaps recommend that you go out and maybe do a report on a phone or a tablet and see which works for you.